Okay, guys, if you want what I have, you're going to have to do what I did. Okay? That's how it works. So we're going to do a big deep dive into sleep hygiene right now. Everything you've always wanted to know about good sleep hygiene, but we're afraid to ask. All right, yeah, we're going to go there. And we're going to go deep. So, I've been a troubled sleeper since my 20s. My father sleeps poorly. My father tends to wake up about 4 o'clock in the morning. And so I've inherited his trouble with sleep. So I've been researching ways to get a better night's sleep for many years. But I have this personality tendency when I look to do things that are uncomfortable or require me to change a little bit. I tend to do them without much effort, tend to do them halfway. And so it is with sleep hygiene. I read the Harvard Medical School's Guide to Getting a Good Night's Sleep. A great book. But I have to admit, I probably only implemented some of the suggestions. So about 2 weeks ago, I was really getting tired of my lousy quality of sleep. So I said, okay, it's time to take things to the next level. I'm going to actually follow the directions for good sleep hygiene. So, most painfully of all, that meant I wouldn't do anything on my bed anymore except sleep and happy times. Okay? I'm going to keep this a family-friendly show. So we're going to use some metaphors. Nothing but sleep and happy times on my bed. Okay, so I used to like to lie in my bed and watch sports. Used to like to lie in my bed and read. Used to like to lie in my bed, watch movies. And then I'd turn the movie off and I'd roll onto my side and try to go to sleep. And guess what? It didn't really work too well. So, at the end of the day, after I've worked a long, hard day, I've done my show for 2 or 3 hours with Kevin Grace, and I've gotten on my exercise bike and done 4 miles. Okay, I want to reward myself. It's like, oh, I deserve to watch a movie, or I deserve to watch a couple of episodes of this TV show. And, oh, this is really good, I just want to watch one more episode. Then it's 9:30, 10:30 at night, and it's time to go to sleep. And I'm still affected by the TV or the movie I've just watched, or the book I'm reading on my iPad. So, I've implemented rigorous sleep hygiene, mates. So, I try to turn off the electronics now an hour before I go to bed. And I don't get on my bed except for sleep. That's it. So now I'm habituating my body so that when my body lies on my bed, it's habituated to going to sleep. It used to be habituated when I got on my bed, half the time it meant I was going to watch a movie. So trying to turn off electronics half an hour to an hour before bed. Come on, mate, let's go. And what I do is I just lie on the floor, put my feet up on a chair, support my head with a book, and listen to podcasts on the Tolstoy novel War and Peace. Come on, it must be a lady driver. She's probably Asian. And so I start nodding off. I'm just lying on the floor, and then I stagger to my bed and getting better quality sleep the last couple of weeks as a result of this good sleep hygiene. I also use a sun lamp when I first wake up in the morning, like some powerful sun-like rays coming from my sun lamp first thing in the morning. Try to stay off my phone at night. Try not to, wake up at 1 a.m. I try not to check my phone. And it's really made a difference. I try to go to bed about the same time and get up at about the same time every day. So get up just after 5 a.m. I go to bed about 10 p.m. So I got some regularity there. Weekends I may sleep into close to 7 a.m. But that's it. I can't recall, it's been a long time since I've gotten up after 7 a.m. And try not to eat anything for several hours before going to bed. I notice if I eat anything with much protein in it, that really negatively affects my sleep. So this Greek yogurt that I like, that I used to have some before bed. I was feeling hungry, cut out the Greek yogurt. So if I eat something, I'll eat some granola, just a little bit, just to make sure my stomach's not hungry. And I'm getting better quality sleep. Look, the bag's under my eyes, not nearly as pronounced. See that? Still there. I can still improve. I struggle with leaving my CPAP mask on. Sometimes, I just struggle with that. And to be frank, I don't think I've used it much in the last 3 weeks. I struggle keeping my mouth guard in. It's a mouth guard that brings the lower jaw forward. So that improves the quality of the air coming in overnight. I use a nasal expander so that it's like more breath able to flow in easily through my nostrils. I use this Fisher-Wallace device right before I go to bed. I find it very calming. You think listening to Luke Ford live streams is poor sleep hygiene because it'll make you woke as heck? So I was asking friends what they do. So as you get older, the shape of your face changes, and it tends to make it harder to get quality sleep. People have more and more difficulty getting quality sleep as they move through their 40s and 50s and 60s typically. Be much more likely to get sleep apnea. So if you snore, that's a sure sign of sleep apnea, and that means you're not breathing very solidly. So when I did an overnight sleep test about 7 years ago, revealed that when I sleep on my side, I have mild sleep apnea. When I sleep on my back, I have moderate sleep apnea. Yeah, no red pills 4 hours before bed. The line between narcissism and greatness may well be self-deprecation. So yeah, watch the red pills before you go to bed. So I'm trying this. I'm weaning myself off electronics and not getting them on my bed, and it's improved the quality of my sleep. And you can tell I'm more awake, I'm more alive than I normally am. Like normally I'm doing these live streams and I'm kind of half asleep, weaving in and out of traffic, falling asleep at stoplights. But wow, you can hear it in the quality of my voice. It's considerably improved from when I'm tired. Do a better show with Kevin, do a better live stream. Everything goes better with sleep. So sleep is the single most important variable factor in my life right now. So if I had to choose one thing that I could make a significant impact on to change my life for the better, it's better quality sleep. Because when I don't get sleep, I lead a very narrow life. I just don't want to do anything beyond what I have to do. And so I don't want to go out, I don't want to socialize, and my life just gets very small. This is very typical of people who don't get enough sleep. But when I get enough sleep, Didn't have a great night's sleep last night, but it wasn't horrible either. So I'm pretty alive and alert and awake right now. And so when I'm alive, alert, awake, I'm much more interested in meeting other people, interacting with others, being social, kind of getting out of my shell, getting out of my cave, leading a bigger life. So under-owning is a disease of hiding and biting. And lack of sleep is going to cause hiding and biting. I also noticed that pretty much every emotional addiction of which I'm aware corresponds with ADHD. So, yeah, at least 20 minutes of sun exposure on the face during the day. That's important. I try to get that in the afternoons. Ideally, it'd be first thing in the morning, the sun hitting the pupils of your eyes. That's a good thing, but it's not really convenient with my schedule, so I use a sun lamp in the morning. Then in the afternoons, I like to sit out in the sun for 20 minutes or so and read a book. And I do find that helps the quality of my sleep. But also, just struck how much your life kind of narrows down when you're not sleeping. It's like, you just don't want to do anything. You don't want to be social. You don't want to interact with others. You just lead a really small life. And a small life equals poverty. Yeah, total darkness is awesome. Oh yeah, and you can install software that softens or make more natural the colors in your electronic devices. So I do that. Like I soften the light in my on my iPhone and my iPad. And then if I can't sleep, it's important that I don't toss and turn. And I can get mad that I'm not sleeping. So I'll try to push myself to get up. And I'm too tired to stay upright, but I'll just lie on the floor. I'll put my feet up on a chair, support my head, and listen to a podcast. And at least I get out of bed and I kind of get out of my frustration of not being able to sleep. Another thing I'll do after midnight if I'm not sleeping, I will just turn on the War and Peace podcast and just let that run. And I'll kind of have it at a fairly soft volume, so when I'm awake, I've got something to listen to distract my mind from my annoyance of not being able to sleep. Then I'll drift in and out of sleep. And I want to be open to other people's good suggestions about how they get improved quality of sleep. A friend was telling me he likes to listen to the BBC late news podcast. The BBC have this very calm way of speaking, so that does sound ideal for falling asleep. I like to listen to ambient sound. You like to do the Alexander technique, a hard floor on your back, 2 books under the head. Oh, good. Excellent. Yeah, some active rest. That's excellent for letting go of unnecessary tension and quieting the mind. I like to do active rest with my feet up on a chair, my head supported by a book that's about 3/4 of an inch thick. During the day, it kind of regulates me. It calms me down, helps me let go of unnecessary muscular tension and compression. Some people like to plan the next day in their head once they go to bed, but I would find that energizing, so I don't think that works for me. Other people like to do a moral inventory at night. Again, I think I'd find that tiring because I'd have to recount all the people that I've killed that day, and I think I'd find that energizing. So I don't tend to do a moral inventory at night, but many people do. So yeah, do the silent la 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 thing. Whispered ahs. Think of something funny. Exhale about a knuckle's worth of distance between your top and bottom teeth. Then just allow the air to come in. Don't suck it, don't pull it in. So breathing according to the Alexander technique is the very opposite of directed breathing. or manipulative breathing. It's not like Kundalini yoga where you're doing dog's breath. Because when you do that dog's breath breathing, you can't help but tighten and compress your neck. So in Alexander technique, we try to avoid anything that necessarily tightens, compresses the neck. So no dog's breath for me. So I progressed through my Alexander technique teacher training when I went to my Kundalini yoga class. About half of the postures and asanas and breath manipulation that they were doing, I would just skip out on, because I found it would cause me to tighten my neck. And who wants to ingrain those patterns of tightening and compressing the neck? There are more joints in the neck than anywhere else in your body. So when the neck is tight and compressed, the rest of the body is going to be tight and compressed. And who wants to encourage that? I want to be free and easy. Okay, let's expand our field of awareness. Let's let go of everything we think we know. Let's see everything to the sides and everything before us. Think about the infinite space above us, the infinite space below us, the infinite space behind us and around us. Free our neck. Let go of everything that we're so sure of, everything we think we know, so that we can have a new experience of sleep hygiene. Okay? Not just going to have the same old sleep hygiene tactics. We're going to go for a whole new experience of sleep hygiene, whole new experience of Luke Ford live streams by letting go of all of our preconceptions. And you'll notice when you let go of everything you think you know, that the face just relaxes, the neck frees up.